Now let us understand the design of shafts. In the last class we learned how to find out the value of T1 plus T2 plus WP1. Okay, we got the value of summation of T1 plus T2 plus WP1 as 5411.6. Okay, so this is the pulley which is transmitting the power to the another pulley which is just below it. Okay, so hence it will be acting in the downward direction. Tension will be acting downwards. So I added up the tension T1 plus T2 and weight of the pulley which is also acting downwards. Okay, so summation of T1 plus T2 plus WP1 value is 5411.6 which is acting at the point B. So I have shown it at B. Now if I come to the pulley C, which is driven by another motor which is placed horizontally. Okay, so this is driven by a motor with the help of a belt in a horizontal direction, hence tension will be acting horizontally T3 plus T4, and the vertical load is only the weight of the pulley, that is limit WP2, its weight is 500. So I have shown it at point C. At point C, the vertical load which is acting is only the weight of the pulley, which is nothing but 500 Newton. And this T3 plus T4 value is 7353.16 which is acting horizontally. So I have shown it in the horizontal load diagram at point C. Okay, now let us find the reaction force at A and D. Okay, now I am going to draw the vertical load diagram and horizontal load diagram. Okay, for this the shaft is supported with bearings at A and D. So at A and D there will be reaction force. So let us find this reaction force RAV and RDV. RA is the reaction at A, RD is the reaction at D. V represents the vertical load diagram. Similarly, in horizontal load diagram, again the reaction force at A is RA. Since it is horizontal diagram, I have given the suffix as H. Similarly, RDH is the reaction at D in horizontal load diagram, and the only horizontal load acting is at C. Okay, I have shown it its magnitude. Let us find out this RAV, RDV, RAH and RDH values now. Now let me take the movement about A from the vertical load diagram. If you take the vertical load diagram, I will consider the point A and I am going to consider the movement about the point A. At A, if you want to take, you can observe this diagram. At A, I want the movement about this point A. So at A, right side you can take either right side, all the nodes which are acting right side. This is the RDV, the first load, extreme one is RDV into its span from A. So RDV into distance is 1000. You can see here from here to here it is 300 plus 500 plus 200, so it becomes 1000 mm. So at A, the reaction force, bending moment at A if you take, it will be RDV into 1000. RDV is the load into distance is 1000 minus 500 into distance is 700. From C to here, from this point to this point, the distance is 700. So 500 is the load, distance is 700 minus the load is 5411.6 into distance is 200. The same thing I have represented here. RDV into 1000 minus 500 into 700 minus the load into distance is equal to 0. Then if you simplify this, you will get the value of reaction at D as 1432.3 Newton. Now also we know that summation of upward forces must be always equal to summation of downward forces. Upward forces are RAV and RDV and downward forces are 5411.6 and 500. So let us find the value of RAV now. RAV plus RDV is equal to this much. Okay, that is summation of upward force is equal to summation of downward force. Now I know the value of RDV. Substitute here, you can find the value of RAV, which comes to be 4479.2. Okay, so now I know the value of reaction force at D and at A for vertical load diagram. Now I can draw the bending moment diagram, vertical bending moment diagram. At A and at D, it will be always equal to 0 because at supports the bending moment will not be there. Okay, it will be at A and D it will be 0. So Directly you can write it as 0. Next, at B, how to calculate the bending moment at B? Here is the point B. You can take either all loads either to the right side or to the left side according to your convenience. Now let me take the right side. The right side, the extreme load is RDB, okay, which is equal to 1432.3 into distance. Distance is how much? From here to here it is 500, from here to here it is 300. So it will be RDB into 800. 1432 into 800 minus. Next load is after this is over. Next load is 500. 500. I am taking about the B. 500 into distance. Distance will be 500. So it is 500 into 500. Okay. So upward force I have taken as positive. Downward force I have taken as negative. So it comes to be this much. The magnitude of bending moment. Similarly, let us find the bending moment at C. How to find the bending moment at C? Here is the point C. At this right side, at the point C, right side, which are all the load acting, that is only one node RDB into its distance. RDB is 1432.3, distance is 300. Okay. It comes to be 429690 Newton mm at point C. Now we have found the bending moment at A, B, C, D for vertical load diagram. Now similarly, let us find the reaction force for horizontal load diagram, that is RAH and RDH, again considering the moment about A. Now let us consider this diagram. Let me take the moment about A. So the load is, I will consider all the loads towards right side. RDH into distance is 1000 minus 7353.16 into distance is 700. Okay, these are the only two loads. So RDH into 1000 minus this is equal to 0. So you can simplify to get the value of RDH. Now we know that another concept, summation of upward force must be equal to summation of downward force. Upward forces are RAH plus RDH must be equal to 7353.16, which is the downward load, which is the only downward load. So RAH plus RDH is equal to 7354.16. Now I know the value of RDH, substitute here to get the value of RAH. Similarly, we can find the value of bending moment diagram for point A, B, C, D. Okay. Since A and D are the supports, we have bearings at point A and D. Since there is a support, there is no bending moment. Hence, the value of bending moment is 0 at A and D. Now let us find the bending moment at B. How to find? Either loads towards right side or left side you can take. Let me take right side. The load is RDH into distance is 800. So 5147.9 into 800 minus at B. Right side one more load is there, that is 7353.16 into its distance is 500. The same I have represented. If you calculate, you will get this value of bending moment. Now similarly let us find for C. I will come to C. Right side only one more load is acting, that is RDH into distance is 300. So RDH into 300. If you calculate, you will get this much of bending moment at point C. Okay. So we have calculated vertical load diagram, bending moment diagram and horizontal bending moment diagram values. Now we will sum up with resultant bending moment diagram. At A, B, C, D. Okay. At A and D, we know that it is always 0 because it is having supports. Now B. At point B, what value you got? This square plus in horizontal bending moment you got 4 for 1, 2, 5. This value. 4 square. You add them and keep it in a under root and get the answer for resultant bending moment for B. Similarly, at C, we got the bending moment as 429690 whole square plus at C, here we got it as 1544370 whole square. If you take the under root of summation of these two values, you'll get the resultant bending moment at C. Let us compare the value of bending moment at B and C, and let us find where we will be having the maximum bending moment.